Toosii is one of the most promising upcoming artists in the hip-hop scene. At only 20 years old, his projects like Platinum Heart and Poetic Pain have already received critical acclaim. Soon after Toosii moved to Raleigh, North Carolina when he was 11, his parents split up and his family was living out of a car for a period of time. This situation was incredibly tough, especially for a high school kid, but the struggle created the music that Toosii makes to this day. His style is characterized as a combination of R&B, soul, and trap. Today, we're going to learn how to record clean sounding guitar, layer melodies, VSTs, and plugins to get that clean sound, and how to build hard drums in the style of Toosii 2X. So if you think that sounds good, let's get to cooking. Oh, and by the way guys, I just want to give a huge thank you for 900 subs. We're getting close to the 1K mark, and that's when I'm going to drop my first Melody/drum kit, so please stay tuned, it's coming very soon. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Thanks.
Oh, it's Kaze, let them drums talk.
I got a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, so it's the one that has the two inputs. The Scarlett Focusrite is just like your standard producer startup audio interface, and like I said, this is my first time using it. I figured that I could walk you guys through the process and we can just kind of learn everything together. And just make sure that your device is set as the Focusrite USB ASIO. Alright, we're just going to take our input and then plug it into input 1 on the Scarlett interface. So the first thing I did was I tuned the guitar, first of all, and I think this tuner plugin came with the new FL Studio 20.8. Highly recommend that you upgrade so you can get this really handy tool. And as you see here, we're able to tune the guitar. The next thing that I added onto this chain is what's called the C1 gate. And this is a Waves plugin, and all this does is it eliminates the static sound that comes from the amps. This blue line right here is just telling the gate to let sound through whenever the sound gets above minus 49.6 dBs. When I go above it, it's letting the sound through. Whenever the sound stops, we're taking away all that static sound. So it's just a way to help clean up your sounds and your recordings. So the next thing I've got up here is effectrix, which is a Sound Toys plugin, and it has a whole bunch of effects so you can just drag and drop into this little interface right here. So I'll get to that in a little bit. I'm not entirely sure how to EQ this yet. I'm just gonna have to play a little guitar piece and then EQ it as I go along. But for now, I just got rid of a little bit of that low end and I'm chopping off some of that high end as well. So next I made a parallel track and I just did some parallel compression here. This is the CLA 3A, which is just one of the Waves plugins. You could use a fruity compressor. I see a lot of producers recording into Edison, so if you don't have that C1 gate by Waves, you can record into Edison and there's a way to actually set up a gate. It's built into Edison. So if you want to get that same clean guitar sound, just record into Edison. I added in a handful of effects into effectrix. The first plugin is Devil Lock, which is essentially a distortion plugin. The next plugin is Echo Boy, which adds some delay. And lastly, I added micro shift on this number 1 style. And this gives our guitar a nice chorus and tone vibe. Increase the detune to give more of that chorus effect, and I turned the delay down like this. We're gonna hit record and select audio into the playlist as an audio clip. Alright, yeah, let's try that one more time. Alright, let's try that one more time. I just feel like I don't have enough space here. Alright, okay. Ugh, I already messed up. I'm gonna redo that one. We'll stop that there, and I'm gonna go through, find the best audio clips, and then you guys are gonna be able to hear this with all the effects on. Yo, that's not too bad. I think that one's good. We've got the main melody here. It's arranged this way. Check it out. On the guitar bus, I added this Aphex Vintage RL Exciter by Waves. It's like a $30 plugin. Definitely go cop it because I use this on all my melodies. I use a PA default, and then I just turn the mix up a little bit. Next, we're going to pull up Arcade because we need to get some vocal chops in here. I was browsing through different hooked packs and I found this one called The Right Words. Sounds like it's meant for love. I like the pattern, but the velocities need to have more dynamic to them. However, we can't edit the velocities inside the normal pattern step editor, so we're gonna have to go to Arcade and adjust each sample individually. And so the last melody I think that we need is a bell. So I went to electrax. I found this instrument called Chosen Paths. It's under the keys section. Bro, that's perfect. We got the melody down. The next thing to do is add some drums. We're going to start with the Spins 808. And this particular Spins 808 comes from the Ghostbuster kit, which is by the Cody. I'm going to increase this output knob because the 808 seems a little bit too long. Let's shorten it up a little bit. Y'all are gonna hate me for this, but you're gonna have to deal with these hi-hats for now. I just put a basic two-step in. I made sure to vary the velocities on the hi-hats so it's not the same volume. I also added this open hat, which comes from one of the Cash Money AP kits. It's called Lies, and I use this in like almost every single beat today. Lastly, I added this clap, just so that we can get a basic groove and continue on with the beat process. What I want to do next in this section here is record some more guitar playing. Let's do some sample manipulation. We're going to click normalize. Small detail, but pro tip, make sure you leave some of your tail on so that you get that reverb and that delay. And you can just copy and paste it like this. That way you're getting a more natural sound. It's not just cutting off your file like that. Next, we're gonna unmute everything and let's check it out. I'm going back into the hi-hat pattern and I'm fixing it. I'm adding some variations. Next thing we'll do is go to the fine pitch. Last thing we'll do, hit Control A, Alt R, get the randomizer tool, go down to the panning and just wiggle this knob a little bit. If you want to, you can change the seed by clicking the seed button. A great drum kit to use for these Toosii 2X type beats are any of the producer grind kits. I'm gonna get another clap in here. Now this is sounding like a beat. So let's go ahead and split up the drums, and I'm going to arrange this a little bit, and I'll add in some transitions, and then I'll let y'all listen to the final product. I just want to thank you so much for getting this far into the video, and if you're a real one, type in GWAS for me if you actually learned and enjoyed this video. If you want to chat with me, hit me up on Instagram at kazebeat. I make crazy videos on TikTok. You can find me at kazebeat there as well, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe, consider subscribing, because I'm dropping that awesome melody and drum kit at 1K subs. I wish you the best, and again, thank you so much for clicking on this video. As always, I'll catch you next week. Peace.
Oh, it's Kaze, let them drums talk. When God made